All right, well, the spatial exchange presentation today from Nicole Hegleson. She's talking about Survey123 for ArcGIS, so getting to know Survey123. She'll do little demos and just share some of her tips and tricks that she's learned along the way with some of the apps that she's been building for her research and work. A little bit about Nicole. She is currently pursuing a master's in GIS at the University of Minnesota. She has a degree in Geography and International Studies from the University of Wisconsin River Falls, and a geomatics certificate from a university in Chile, where she lived for 5 years and lived and worked for 5 years. She has worked in GIS organizations, including the U of M Extension, Ramsey County Public Health, and the City of St. Paul.
Okay. Thank you, Kate. Thanks everyone for joining today. Hear about or getting to know Survey123. The idea for me with this presentation is that you just get to know what it is, how it works, and set up with it. And then I'm just going to give you some examples of how I've been using it, how it's been used in the past, and how it could be a good fit for the work that you're doing. So 3, it's all about forms. Survey123 is a data collection tool that is form-centric, and the idea with Survey123 is that you design and create surveys, which then you publish to your ArcGIS online organizational account. You can also share and collect the survey information offline in the field or within your web browser. And then as support for analysis. After you collect your data, you can get results and support any decision making that you have. And a lot of advantages to Survey123, especially if you're used to using paper forms, it's to be moving those into smart forms. This reduces error, and it also improves consistency in data collection. And it's also quicker. You can get data instantly in real time if you're collecting it via the web browser. And another great thing about Survey123 is it collects spatial data as well, so it's easily mapped for work that you're doing that's spatial. So before jumping into the demo, I'd like to go over a typical workflow with using Survey123. And I believe that this is useful to remember when thinking about creating forms with Survey123. When you first happen upon the website, it can be a little confusing as far as options that are available and what directions that you can go in. So the first thing that you want to think about is your design and creation of the survey. It's to think about which directions that you can go in with Survey123. The second aspect of it is getting your answers and choosing how to share your survey, collecting your information. And the third aspect of Survey123 is the analysis. How do you want to display your results and support the decision making that you have? So we'll look at art, which is the actual surveys. And with Survey123, you have a couple of different directions that you can go in. First is the web design, and this is designed for simpler surveys. It's really quick and easy to publish a survey. You can just go right on the website, choose web designer, and you can have your survey done within a day, basically. It's quick. There's no installation that's required. The only downside is, as limited features, you don't have as much control over your look and feel of the form that you want to implement as well. So that's where Survey123 Connect comes into play. This does require that you download an application to your desktop, and it supports something called XLS forms. And if you're not sure what that is, if you know how to use an Excel spreadsheet, you can use XLS forms. And it's just basically a way to create a form that gives you more control over the look and feel. The Connect application gives you full access and control over your forms and has all of the different requirements that you might need. What I mean by this, I'm going to jump to Survey123 website. Give me 1 second. Here, okay. And slideshow.
Yeah, go to your web app.
I'm just trying to get to the other screen, so give us a second. Exit PowerPoint.
Very fast, but,
Oh, all right, well, to think about my, okay, so, here we go. Okay, sorry about that.
You have to reshare.
Reshare. This is the Survey3 website, and is it not? Oh. Screen sharing. Okay. Share screen. Now we're sharing? All right. Okay, so this is the Survey123 website. You can get here, survey123.arcgis.com website, and we'll ask you to sign in with your organizational account. Once you do that, you'll go to all My Surveys. This is where a list of all of the surveys that you have completed are listed. So to get, you would go to create a new survey button, and this is the icons here. This is where you can go in one of two directions. You can go via the designer similar version, or you can go to 123 Connect, and this is where you have to download an application. So we'll do web designer. You ask you to create a new survey with tags and a summary. So to save time, I've created one. And we'll go to, as soon as you create the name, it'll jump to the design part of the tab, and this is where you have the option to create your survey. So I've created just a simple one, and that you can choose a type of question and just slide it over. And here, start editing your questions. They give a lot of different options, text, drop down, the Geo Points. This is where you can collect spatial data. I have done with option to answer a question, and they can move around the map to identify where they are collecting data. You can also view your survey, and it gives you an idea of how users are going to see your survey. So you have an option to see what it looks like on a phone, a tablet, or the desktop. So you can get to the feel of your survey. So I will close out of that. Esri gives you options as well to control the appearance of your survey. You can choose the background color and header, and change things as well. So once you have your survey crew would like it, you have the survey, and the next step would be to publish this. And as soon as you publish the survey, it will be updated in your list of surveys online. And so it will be in ArcGIS Online. It will create a feature layer of your survey. So if I head over to ArcGIS Online, I'm in my account and in my content, and scroll down and that contains the feature layer of the survey that I created in the web browser. Okay. There we go. So let's go back to create a new survey, and I've let you the other direction that you can go in, which is with the application. When you click on it, it'll give you a couple of directions on how to get started with the application. So you would first download the survey to your desktop and design the survey and then publish it. So to give you a better idea, I've already downloaded my application. So download it and open it. You'll be shown a list of the surveys that you have created on your desktop. They're shared. We want them to be shared online. And Space is cool because Esri provides a lot of help options for getting started. So on the left-hand side in this panel, you can see questions that people have been asking, problems or issues that they're having with creating a survey. You can ask your own questions. You can look at blogs that they've posted, articles that are written about different things that you can do with Survey123. Also provide tutorials, more than what I can do during this session, about Survey123, about XLS forms, about how you can create a simple form, as well as other advanced topics. So I don't think I can get back PowerPoint. It would be complicated. I don't know. You can try it. Okay, so I'm going to try to get back to my PowerPoint here. Let's see, where did I put it? Can I share the other screen? Oh, all right. So we're going to just up a little bit because I can't. So the next I wanted to talk about was actually sharing your survey. And there's two different directions. Since there's two different directions on creating your actual survey, it doesn't matter when you choose. The end result is the same as far as sharing and getting results. So let's create a survey using the Survey123 Connect. So I'll head to Survey Designs, and to get started creating a survey here, I would click New Survey, and I have several options that I can choose from with this desktop application. I can choose a template that has already been created to get started. I can look at samples that Esri has provided that are intended to show how to do a particular question in a survey. So if you wanted to create a basic form or maybe calculate the location from a choice list, they would have this set up for you. So you would click this, and then the XLS form would appear, and you'd be able to fill it out from there. You can also see what other people have done with Survey123 in order to get ideas for your own projects. And you can use your surveys that you created in the past as templates to create a new survey. So I'll show you what it might look like. This is the LS form of a survey, a simple survey that I created. And the survey has a couple questions. It has, what's your favorite color? It has a question to collect geo points, a couple of other questions. So what you're seeing here is direct with the XLS form. We can see here, what is your favorite color? This selecting the geo point. There is a Save tab, and this is where you rate your questions. So drop down list here, create your question. So I wanted to one from a list or add a text options here. Maybe change my question. I could do this here. They also offer lots of different options to configure your question, and I'm not going to get into all of this because it's a lot. This is something called choices, and where you develop the schema of your survey, and this helps the Survey123 code your map, your overall design. And so I have, which was what is your favorite color, and this is where I put the options, so it knows where to go to get the options. So right now, blue, yellow, orange. Maybe I want this to be red. So once you're able to see them in the preview, and I just do clicking save on the XLS form, and those are reflected within the form preview. It will tell you if there's errors, if there's issues. You can, and it will help you try that out, so you can go back and fix that in the XLS form. So here we go, red right there. You're able to create and code your survey and have more control over the look and feel. Besides form, they also give you options to take a look at your schema. This is what survey looks like, and other settings, the name, the different fill in the background of your survey. You can also choose how the geo point is collected and have more control over the base map style. So your survey, the next step is to share it. So go back to my survey, and like I said, in your list of surveys, they're not shared until you specify that they are. So the way to go into your survey, and hand side here, you're able to upload this or publish it to the cloud or up to the Survey123 website. So you would say publish the survey. If you do this, you see it up in the list of your surveys. So like I said, if you choose to build your survey from the desktop or build the website, they will all end up here if you choose to share it. And a feature layer will be created in your ArcGIS online account as well, so you have access to data there. So once you have your surveys created, the next step is share them. If I click my survey that I have created, to the Collaborate tab, and this is the same no matter if you put this in Connect or on the web designer. And here to share your survey, and it's very similar to ArcGIS Online feature layer, where it can be public. You can share it with your organization or with any groups that you've created. This is via the web browser through a link that they provide, or be shared through both a URL or in something that is called the Survey123 Field app. And this is a way to collect data offline. And what is an application that you need to download onto a cell phone or an iPad, and the person with that application would be able to go out into the field, do a survey, collect the points offline as soon as they're within range or within connection, and then they could upload the data points. So you have a couple of things to share this. The way I've shared in the past is by using it as a link. I've been part of the Minnesota Food Charter for the past 2 years, and we have built a crowdsourcing map, a Survey123 application. And the idea is that people can go to this map, they can add their project, and when on this button, a link will open with a survey that I've created using the desktop application. A lengthy survey, and to be honest, we did with Qualtrics because that's a really great collection tool. But what I really like about Survey123 is that you can collect points, which is not possible with Qualtrics. So this has been nice as far as to collect points and plot them instantly to map. People are able to see the information of their project that they plotted or other person's information as well. So that's sharing. The step is what you do with all the data that you have. If my surveys, I'll show you an example of the data collecting for this food chart map, just to give you that it's an example that has points, basically. I'll go to the Analyze section, and Survey1 gives you a breakdown of the different that have been asked. And let's see. Interesting. Computer froze. A lot of questions. I'll give you a word cloud of common words that are being used within your. I have a lot of text in my surveys, so it's to give that information. A lot of information, and also in the data tab. Let's see if this will. There we go. If you geo points that you are collecting, it will show you a map of where all of those points have been collected. You can export this to different formats. You can open your data points in a new map, but like I said, this will be located in online for you to continue your analysis with the data points that you have collected. Okay, and also if you have reports, templates, you can also upload this and create your own unique set of reports from the data. Okay. Well, that's all I have. I guess we can open up to questions or comments about the tool. Yeah. So have you been in the case, well, I noticed that you comment on One Geo Points survey. Have you been in cases where you're trying to collect more than one? So the question is, it looks like you're only able to collect one geo point. Has there been any examples of trying to collect more than one geo point? And it is possible to collect more than one geo point. It can be in the desktop application. I have done it before, but I know that it's possible to do. It just takes repeats within the XLS form. And I can't remember exactly how to do it, but it is possible. It just takes a bit of finagling with the survey. A lot of different workarounds, and they also posted in the help forums. People have questions, well, how can I do this? This doesn't seem that straightforward. And if searching, people have probably asked the same question. And what's nice about Survey123 is that you can kind of cheat the system a little bit and kind of make it things that they couldn't do in the web designer part of it. So, yep.
So your designer is more limited than downloading?
The question was if I find the web designer a bit more limited, and yes, I do. I think that it's for simple surveys, for something quick, but it does limit you in terms of being able to be creative with you want to design your survey and what types of results that you want to get.
I have another follow-up question. So you can collect points. Can users draw lines or polygons too, or is it only collecting points?
The question is if you're only able to collect points within Survey123, or if users are able to draw shapes. And as far as I know, you are not able to do that within the normal application with the and with the desktop. But I know that they do give you access to the source code of Survey123. I have played around with that, but I'm sure you'd be able to host it. You're gonna add in, some sort of widget that lets people draw shapes. So, the question is, how are you able to exploit or Survey123 for other projects? And from what I've seen, my own experience, this has just been try and capture a point and lots of text data, able to organize that and have it ready to map. So like projects that are looking to capture data, but also want to map it, this would be a useful tool for someone to use. Qualtrics is also a really good survey tool, but it was good up until we wanted to capture a geo point. So. Question is if you are able to download the points, then upload them to ArcGIS Online, and you are able to download the points, exporting them into a CSV file. And what that will do is it will gather all of your records and the XY points for a geo point. But as soon as you publish your survey, it creates a layer in ArcGIS Online. And so it's not necessary to download it and then upload it again to online because it's already there. If I go to Arc Online, and this is my content that I created with Survey123, and here it's updated as a C layer. So I have my points right there. But it is, of course, you can download it and you'll have your XY points. Len.
This is one of them. So you created an app, you have a map that shows these things. That's what you did. When somebody receives a survey, does it automatically add features to this? Or is
Okay, so the question is, when someone completes a survey and the point added to the map, do I get notified, or is there any type of notification system? And as far as I know, there might be a option that I'm not aware of as far as security goes, of who can point, especially if it's a public survey. That definitely is something to consider, and I'm not sure. Not sure if that's an option. If someone is concerned about that, it would be a matter of sharing the survey within your organization, or creating a special group to share it between specific people.
I noticed when you're in your Excel spreadsheet, there was a column for image. Can you ask questions using images? Like I said, identify this fish. Should I
So if you can ask a question in the survey using images. And so first, the image that is being referenced here is for the survey of the desktop. This is referencing ours here. And I haven't used this type of question before. This automatically, when I included this question in XLS form, and I think that is a good question as far as being able to post pictures that people can answer. I'm not sure about that. What I know is that they do upload photos. If you have a question, if you add their own media, they're able to do that as a question. Mm-hmm. I can try and see what it gives me. If I pull the, I'm not sure.
So if you delete number 1 from the label.
Okay.
And then if you, say that thing, go back to the structure app where it updates, does it obviously just have radio up next?
No. No. It takes playing with. I'm sure there's like a hack with it, but. Yeah, because it's just, just coming from somewhere. It's coming from somewhere. I'm not sure. Yeah, it'd be within the file. When you download it, if you find that, then you could add in your own images. And then, okay. Oh, yep. Oh, okay. So images are possible. I'd have to try and, I'm not sure, it just hasn't worked that way, so.
When where are you? Can you sort of see it as a, find your location, but can you search for a name of a city or an address?
Within collecting the geo point, are you able to search for a city? And yes, you have a simple search option. Let's see, if I go to the survey that I created, is a search bar, so I can put like St. Paul.
And customize that search to use
Not in that far. The question is if I can customize the search bar to customize it to my data. And as far as I haven't been able to do that. Okay, yeah, but yeah. So, the thing with Survey123 is that it has to be used with an organizational account. So for the U of M people, this is free. It's covered by the university. But as soon as you are outside of the university, you would have to be with a company that has an organizational account to be able to use Survey123. So there is that catch with the survey.
Is there a form to be part of the organizational account, or is that open to anyone to make it public?
So the question is, to enter a form, do you have to be part of the organizational account? And no, you don't have to. It just depends on how you share so with my survey that I've created, this is public, and persons that are filling out this survey are not part of the university. So it depends. Anyone can put in their data if they have access to the form. Yep. But for form, you have part of an organizational account.
More questions?
anything you tried to do that you couldn't do?
One thing I've been trying to do that I haven't succeeded so far with this is trying to map one-to-many relationships with the survey. And I know there is possible. I was at the Esri Developer Summit, and I met the people who were behind making this survey, and they explained that it is possible, but I haven't it out yet. So, is when people are completing, and just scroll down here. This is quite complicated, and when you select one option, other options will appear. And here they can select other options and so forth. And so the problem I've had is that when they select all of this data, it's trying to map this afterwards. Because when you click point, one can represent many different things. And so after trying to search for the individual attributes, it can be a little complicated. So if I can set up the survey so that it automatically makes this easier to map, that would mean, but I haven't figured that out yet. So. Okay.
Great.
So,
Any more questions?
all right. Well.
Thanks, Nicole.